This episode begins on a space station just as a ship is docked. The ship belongs to Fee, who is making a fuel stop. Clone X2 is lurking in the shadows, stalking the pirate. Data is stolen from Fee's ship by Clone X2, containing the location of Pabu. Although Fee senses something is off, Clone X2 leaves before she can track him down. The clone locates Pabu by looking through the data aboard his ship. He puts some troops on standby by calling Scorch. We move to Pabu, where the members of Clone Force 99 are preparing to depart from the planet. During their conversation, Omega expresses her sadness to her friend Liana over her impending departure. According to Pabu custom, Omega is able to leave a treasure. She makes sure that a portion of them is still there by leaving Tech's goggles and her doll. No one notices X2's ship arrive on the scanner since everyone is preoccupied loading the Marauder. He lands in the same cave that Asajj Ventress landed her ship in. Hunter notices Pabu's birds behaving strangely back in town. He signals to Omega to go, but it's too late. After spotting Omega, Clone X2 asks Scorch to send his troopers in. When Clone X2 fires detonators at the Marauder from a distance, Wrecker notices it, but is caught in the blast and the Marauder is destroyed. Gonki is in terrible shape as they bring him and Wrecker out of the water. The clone cadets from the episode Paths Unknown make a reappearance, and Hunter gives them orders to assist Wrecker. They then hear a large ship approaching and look up to see that the Empire has arrived on Pabu. As stormtroopers and clone commandos advance, destroying all sea vessels and escape routes, the residents of Pabu flee. While Omega places the burden on herself, Hunter quickly asserts that the Empire is solely to blame. They decide to contact Echo by robbing a gunship. While Crosshair and Omega proceed to ships to receive Wrecker, who is receiving medical attention, Hunter pursues the spacecraft. Pabu's Mayor Shep approaches Clone X2 and demands clarification. Clone X2 lashes out at Shep, threatening to burn Pabu to the ground in order to obtain Omega. Batcher pursues some stormtroopers en route to Shep's house, and Crosshair takes hold of Omega so they may go forward. When they arrive at Shep's, Wrecker is stable but unconscious. Hunter in the meantime enters the market covertly and boards a gunship. Instead of shooting Hunter, Clone X2 emerges and kills the stormtrooper who is flying in order to deliberately crash the ship. Hunter jumps into the sea at the last moment. Troops are advancing on Crosshair and Omega. To save Pabu, she decides she must be apprehended. In order for the Bad Batch to eventually follow her back to Mount Tantus, she will purposely get captured while leaving her communication device on. Crosshair argues that they'll look for a communication device as an excuse to sidestep this thought. Omega informs him that this is her decision and to concentrate on the larger task. After turning herself in, Omega meets with the stormtroopers and Clone X2. She turns over the tracking device they find when they scan her. Crosshair departs to fulfill his portion of the scheme. Clone X2 gestures for Omega to get aboard his ship. As Crosshair attempts to fire a tracker into it, stormtroopers ambush him. He loses the opportunity to shoot a tracker on the ship, and Omega finds herself taken prisoner by the Empire once more, with no way to follow her. Now we have another very dark episode here, and I think that sets the tone for the remainder of the season for sure. We got a lot of action for that CX clone, but it still hasn't been revealed who exactly he is. Besides the general theory that the mysterious CX clone is Tech, I've got two different theories as to who I think it could be. My first theory is that the CX clone could be Sev from Delta Squad. He was captured by the Empire at the end of Republic Commando. Scorch is also at Mount Tantus, and Sev was the sniper of Delta Squad, which directly parallels Crosshair in the Bad Batch. Scorch also got name dropped for the first time this episode, so maybe that's going to be relevant in introducing audience to Delta Squad. So all that together, I think Sev is definitely an option as to being this mysterious CX clone. Now the other theory, which I think is maybe the more likely option, is that the CX clone is Commander Cody. Cody disappeared in Season 2 after he was seemingly questioning the actions of the Empire, and we haven't seen him since. So I think it's very possible that Cody could have been brainwashed and is now working for the Empire as the CX clone. That would obviously be a major reveal and fit with how mysterious they've been trying to keep this character. Regarding the end of the episode, I've seen people mention that Omega may have had a second tracker on her and the Empire only searched her until they found one. And while of course that is a possibility, that would just be incredibly dumb in my opinion. The CX clone has been shown all season to be of high intelligence, and now to make a mistake like that after Omega turns herself in just doesn't work for me. It It also completely downplays the dramatic finish of Crosshair not being able to get the tracker on the ship as it's taking Omega away. That moment in particular where Crosshair misses the shot was absolutely devastating. He and Omega have had so much great character development between each other, and she was of course crucial in saving Crosshair and helping him reintegrate with the Bad Batch and the people of Pabu. So to have him lose her like that is just heartbreaking. But that's all I've got to cover for this episode. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.